Hvalsey Church was a church in the abandoned Greenlandic Norse settlement of Hvalsey, the best-preserved Norse ruins in Greenland. The church was also the location of the last written record of the Greenlandic Norse, a wedding in September 1408. History. According to the sagas, the land around Hvalsey was claimed by Thorkel Farzerk, a cousin or uncle of Eric the Red. Christianity arrived in Greenland around the year 1000 and churches began to be built in the country. It is thought that Hvalsey Church was built in the early 14th century, but archaeological finds hint that this was not the first church in this site. The church is mentioned in several late medieval documents as one of the 10 to 14 parish churches in the eastern settlement. The church hosted the wedding of Thorstein Olafsson and Sigrid Bjornsdottir on either 14 of the 16th of September 1408. The wedding was mentioned in letters from a priest at Garther and by several Icelanders, and is the last written record of the Greenlandic Norse. The married couple later settled in Olafsson's native Iceland. In the Eskimo tradition, there is a legend about Hvalsey. According to this legend, there was open war between the Norse chief Ungortok and the Eskimo leader Ksape. The Eskimos made a massive attack on Hvalsey and burned down the Norse inside the houses, but Ungortok escaped with his family. Ksape conquered him after a long pursuit, which ended near Cap Favel. However, according to archaeological studies, there is no sign of a conflagration. The site is now a part of a sheep farm. Buildings. Hvalsey is located on a narrow strip of land at the head of a fjord, with the church situated around 70 meters from the water. The church is located in a classic Greenlandic Norse farmstead, with several additional adjacent buildings. The farmstead included a large building approximately 1,300 square meters in size. It had 11 rooms, combining living quarters, an 8 by 5 meters banqueting hall and livestock pens. There were other livestock pens away from the main building, a horse enclosure for visitors to keep the horses, a storage building further up the hill and a warehouse at the edge of the water. The dwelling was built on the top of an earlier building that dates back to the time of Eric the Red, and may have been Thorkel Farzerk's home. Architecture. Around 16 meters long and 8 meters wide, the church was constructed in the Anglo-Norwegian style of the early 13th century. The church held around 30 to 35 people, and was surrounded by a dike marking the limits of the cemetery. It was built from granite field stones. The stones are carefully laid and fitted. Some of the stones weigh between 4 and 5 tons, and some even more. Mortar was also used, but it is not known if it was used between the stones or only as plaster on the outside walls. The mortar was made from crushed shells of the church would have been white when built. Kak-Ortok means the white place, and the modern town of the name at the mouth of the fjord could have got its name by association with the church. The walls are approximately 1.5 meters thick. It is thought that it had a turf-covered wooden roof. All doors and windows are constructed using lintels, except for one window in the eastern gable, which had an arch. The window openings are wider on the inside, a detail not found in Icelandic churches, but well known in early churches in Britain, which may have been the source of this building type. Thanks to the good build quality, Hvalsey Church has resisted the elements better than other Norse structures in Greenland. Nevertheless, it has partly collapsed, mainly due to the fact that it was built over a graveyard. Graves were not removed before the construction, and this caused the sinking of the foundation. Gallery.